Hi there. Thank you so much for tuning in to a very special one of my audios. A lot of my favorite content creators in the past have done collections of some of their series that they've done, kind of melding it all together in one take. So I figured I'd jump in the bandwagon and give that a shot myself. Um, all of these episodes are already previously up on my channel individually. It'll kind of glide through each one as it kind of continues without any of the end credit scenes that I had before. If you'd like that and would like to see more of that kind of stuff, you can check out my channel for all kinds of special audios that I do. And if you'd like more adult themed content, you can check out my Patreon link down below. Without further ado, I won't waste any more time. I hope you enjoy and please leave a comment. I love hearing from all of you. Enjoy! What is this? Oh, clones. What are they doing here? No matter. Looks like the Dracula got them. Nothing on this one. Why do they always have nothing on them? Practically useless. Wait a moment. You are alive? Gutsy. Okay. Come here. Hey, look at me. Do you see me? I'm taking your helmet off. Good. Breathe. You've been attacked. Shh, try not to move. Too much movement and you will hurt yourself. Stop before I sedate you. Good, okay. What's your name? Number, I think. Is that what clones have? Numbers, yes? CT227. Too much. Too many words. Do you have a nickname or something? Good. Lucky. Very good. Suppose it's accurate too, considering you're actually alive. What were you doing here, Lucky? No one is supposed to be on this planet. Yes, you're on Maradun. Still. It looks like the Drachora actually got the hold of you. Mangled you up pretty good. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to take care of you for the next few days. I don't remember asking if you wanted it or not. You need it. Now, you're gonna feel a slight pinch in your neck. Don't worry. It's just a sedative to relax you before I take you back to my home, okay? Breathe. Very good. Sleep well, Lucky. I will see you later tonight. And you awaken. No. It is okay now. You're home with me. You will probably be groggy for the next few days. Yes, days. You are going to be out of commission for quite a while. In fact, I would say your name really does serve up to your reputation, considering the fact that you're still breathing right now. Right away, and you want to know how bad it is. Fine.
You suffered a fracture along your neck, 2 broken ribs, a punctured lung, and a broken leg, mostly up north towards the knee joint. Yes. And sadly, this planet is not exactly well equipped with very many of the high tech gadgets that is typical with the Republican Inner Rim world. You're out in the reaches, my friend, so we will have to make do with what I can scavenge and what I can naturally find here. I've made some soup, stew actually, for you to eat. Thankfully, none of your arms are broken, so I can help you sit up and we can work on just eating for now. I will do my best to keep you company. I know how lonely it can get after a while. But first things first. Eat. You might have a little bit of satisfied revenge knowing that this is Dramora meat. Or Drahura meat. Yes. Lots of different words for them. But yes. It is. It's good. Tender. A very, very soft red meat. What is it? Why am I here? Well, in truth, I could ask you the same thing, but what do you mean by that? Ah. So you know that I am not a native. You're smart. No, I was originally born on Ryloth, actually. Yes. Yes. Native homeworld of Twi'lek, yes. Still hold on to my accent, actually, too. But you, sir, are a clone. And in truth, I need to admit I have been curious what it is like being a clone. Really? No, no family or... Well, I suppose that would be obvious, but I guess I can sort of relate to that. I was never really too familiar with my family as well, but that's neither here nor there. Can I ask what your company is doing here in Meridian? You were engaged in a fleet battle. Ship was being destroyed and you escaped onto the planet. I see. And this company, what was it again? 327th. I see. I must admit, those numbers do nothing for me, but I assume it is the yellow paint that you carry is a signal of that? Yes? Understood. How are you feeling, by the way? The stew has a bit of pain-killing properties, but it's nothing that would compare to a Venator class infirmary. Well, I'm glad to see that it is adequate. Of course, dear, you can ask me anything. I will do my best to answer honestly, but I hope that I am still entitled to some of my secrets. Why am I doing this? Well, Mr. Lucky, I. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't know. I have been struggling for making my food runs recently. Things in this valley have been slowly dying out, and I need to start moving on, but I saw you there hurting, and well, it was the right thing to do. I could not, in good conscience, just sit by and let a person so hurt just die. Call me old fashioned, call me simple, or even call me, I don't know. But I couldn't just sit there. You were lucky enough to survive, and well, force be willing, I will do what I can to help you back on your feet. Perhaps one day something will balance out and good will come of me too. Who knows? But for now, good. You finished your meal. I'll take the bowl from you, and you need to close your eyes and rest. I will do my best to be here and keep you company as best I can, but for the first few days, you need to rest as much as possible. Your body has gone through a great shock, and it will take days before you mentally recover, let alone physically. Good. Good. Close those eyes. If you need me, I will be within earshot. Good night, Lucky. And may the force be with you.
What am I going to do with him? I cannot keep waiting. Why did you bring this upon me? I was doing so well. I was feeling so ready to move on, so comfortable. And then you had to bring this on me. Oh, Lucky. You're awake. No. I was just talking to myself. Please ignore me. Did you sleep well? Yeah? Good. Good. Your rest is important. It's going to be the most important thing for you right now. And on that note, the rain seems to have let up today. So we are going on a walk. Yes, I know the leg still hurts. I would expect it to, and if it weren't, I would be concerned. It'll ache at first, but it'll get better as we move, and if you need help to lean on me or you need a crutch, we can get that sorted. But we need to take advantage of the lack of rain right now. It is wet season, and we will not get many chances like this. And it is important to keep moving so you do not experience atrophy. You're far from your star cruises and your fancy medical bots. Here we have to make do with old remedies. And that means healing with time and salves. So, up and at 'em. Come on. There we are. Take a moment, lean on me. Grab my shoulder. There you are. Take a moment to stand and ease onto that foot, okay? Good. Good, very good. I had heard that your clones are built tough, and I'm glad to see that the rumors were true. Oh, we are not entirely alone here. There is a village about, 10 miles away or so. It is about half a day's journey by foot, but I've come in a few times and times again, and there are a few out-of-rim traders that make their way there. You pick up and hear things. Yes, I was aware that there was a war going on. I am familiar with clones, and I have seen what you are. It makes no difference to me. No, come on. We need to get moving around, or else you are going to become an actual potato and turn into part of my garden. Let's go. It is nice. The smell of the air. Fresh. The recent rain brings out the mud, and while it's a pain to slog through, it reminds me a bit of home. And it's nice. Where was I born? Ryloth, actually. I'm from there originally, but I left when I was no more than 4 years old. But I still have some memories from there. I miss it from time to time. It is a lot drier, but when the rain came, I was so excited, and I used to play in the mud, and it drove my parents wild. Seeing me come home caked in mud from head to toe, looking like I had, well, completely changed skin tones. And what about you? I know of clones, but I'll be honest, beyond just the propaganda and rumors, I don't know much about it. Camino. I'm sorry, I don't know anything about this world. Can you tell me about it? That sounds awfully claustrophobic and odd. I suppose then you must be sick of rain. You're not? Oh, where have you been? So you miss it too, huh? Then where have you been stationed prior? If it is something that you miss. Ah. It has mostly been crew work on the carrier itself. What are those ships called again? Venator. They strike an intimidating presence when I've seen one in atmosphere. Oh, no, that was a long time ago. It's alright. I would prefer not to get into it for now. Okay? So, I mentioned my family, but I imagine it must be lonely as a clone, being without the family. Oh, you see each other as brothers. No, that makes a lot of sense, actually. It. I'm sure it is comforting. The others that I saw you with, did you know them long? I'm. I'm so sorry. Yes, I could imagine being part of the same unit is a lot like being part of the same family, and the rest are more like extended family, and this is like losing a sibling. Would would you tell me about them? Cameron and Flash. They both passed before you, huh? I am sorry. No, no, I will not pretend to understand. I'm just offering sympathy and offering to listen to what their lives were like so I can keep their memory alive. Their body may be gone, but their soul is still with us, no? It. Ah. That is a funny joke. No. Flash, that was his name because he was quick with his wit. No, I like that. It makes a lot of sense, and it sounds like he would have been a great brother. And what about Cameron? See, now that is interesting. I would have thought that if he was constantly reading books, that he would be given a nickname akin to that. Bookworm? No? I see. He read exclusively one author. That is cute. Yes, I said cute. And I meant it. The behavior between you all sounds very. What is the word? Fraternal, I believe. I'm sorry, my basic is not the best. I do my best, though. Thank you. I'm glad to see that learning it has paid off in some ways. We should probably be turning around. I am seeing clouds up ahead. And you've been walking around for what? 25 minutes now? Considering that we're only halfway, you have made remarkable progress already. I'm thinking that in a couple of days I can maybe pull your arm out of that sling. I'm sure you'd be happy to get back into things. And when you're feeling ready, we can make way to the village and see if we can get you off-world and back to your brothers. Hmm? Yes. Yes, I suppose it is quiet here. Sometimes the quiet can be almost deafening, but it is nice when I've lived such a life of so many things. Loud, destructive, and invasive, and it is nice to know that there is still peace out here, and that maybe I can find it. What do you mean, who was I talking to? I, in truth, thought you'd been asleep, and I've been talking to myself mostly. To, I guess the word is gods? No? I don't know how else I would describe it. Something out there that is watching over me, testing me, trying me sometimes, it feels like, and purposefully making life more difficult than I had imagined, but there is a reason for it all, and I am just trying to grasp it, understand where I should go. Not everyone can be gifted with the simplicity of a life based on orders and rigorous direction. Yes. It is hard to get used to not having directions to follow or orders to be given. There is an aimlessness to life, and it can be infuriating, tiring. It has a way of hurting, but in some ways there is a freedom to it, and it is comforting to know that I can do as I please. I don't feel restricted or like a caged bird. Not that I didn't mean to insinuate that your life is that of a caged animal. Thank you. I'm glad you realized that. It has been so long since I've been with company. I often put my foot in my mouth. Thank you, Lucky. You've been a good friend and a good listener. And I appreciate it. Come, let us get inside, and I will cook something nice and hearty. I'm sure you are feeling exhausted, so I'll get the fire going and something nice. And your orders are to lay onto bed and get some shut-eye. Can you do that for me, soldier? Very good, very good. All right. Sleep well, soldier. Good morning, Lucky. It is good to see you again. Up and about. Did you rest well? Yes. I know I am almost always up before you. It is habit. I'm very happy to see you up and about, though. Yes, well. You've needed the rest, and this is like, I would say, about one of the first nights I remember you getting a full night of sleep without speaking in your sleep or waking suddenly in the night. Yes, I know. My cabin is small, and our beds are not far from each other. I hear you when you wake like that. There's an aura or an air of some kind of effect it has on you whenever you are in nightmare, and I wake hearing it, feeling it. But I digress. It is a big day for us. You're finally out of your sling and off your crutches. The arms should still be a little bit weak, but I think you'll be able to manage now. Yes, well, I'm very happy that you've recovered so quickly. You've done a remarkable job. Please, there's no need for flattery. You've done a great job taking your medicine and resting when you need to. Yes, I've actually had lots of practice with this. Before leaving here, I was a healer of sorts. And well, there was many a time where there were soldiers or other men who refused to actually take care of themselves or thought ruling by their feelings was better than the advice of a medical professional. Well, it is very appreciated, so thank you. Now, we have a big day. Yes, yes. We are coming up on harvest. And, well, I figured it'd be a good chance to give you some exercise, get some muscle retention back, and also practice on riding a dewback. It is how we will get back into the town. That is a few days' journey by foot, but only about most of a sun when it comes by dewback. After all, you will probably need to return to your unit, no? The 327th, if I remember correct? Ah, the Star Corps. That is a lot easier to remember. Wonderful. Let's get outside and get to harvesting, okay? I'd prefer to grab things before high noon rises and the sun becomes rather difficult with us. Come on. I'll give you a hand as things go. You are a natural at this. You say that you've never worked a farm before? Well, after the smallest bit of introduction and a few bits of advice, and suddenly you are nailing it. It's quite impressive, actually. Ah, training as a soldier. I suppose that makes sense in a way. I give you instructions, you follow them to the letter, and above and beyond what is needed. How does the leg feel? Good, good. And the arm? It's to be expected to be sore for the next few days. It's going to be a bit difficult. It's been in a sling for over a month, and now, well, returning back to normal, it's going to take a bit for the muscles to understand how to move again. Atrophy and all that. But so long as you keep working them, much like workouts, it is good. There is the what is the term? Physical therapy that we used to do before Bacta injections were more common. Well, prior to that was Koto, but Koto it didn't have the features of helping with muscle growth. It would only repair damages, not lingering deterioration. Yes. Well, all right, we have a bit more to go. Lucky, come here. There's no need to run. It's okay. Take your time and walk. Make sure your feet are steady. I don't want you tripping and falling. No, 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 no. I grabbed some lunch from inside, and I thought it would be a good idea to sit on the porch and have a moment after grabbing all the harvest. Yes. Yes, a little treat for doing such a wonderful job. Besides, sometimes it's nice to treat myself too. Did you ever think of that? Hmm? You are not always on my mind. Wonderful. I hope it stands up to the standards of Camino and the other meals that you would have prepared back at home. I'm sorry, what? You primarily ate rations even when you lived on Camino? Oh, God. No, 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 no. It is nothing bad. It's I my best friend gave me trouble all the time about being a food snob, as she called it. Yes, yes. I love to cook. It's one of my great passions. And to hear that somebody subsisted primarily off of food that is there to sustain and not enjoy is. It is not good. And I cannot allow you to simply just subsist off of rations while you are here with me. I know primarily we've been having mostly stews, and that is because my reserves were running low. After harvest and after we head to the market, well, in town there is a great place that even makes mantel mix. Very, very good. Wonderful snack. Yes, yes, it's loadedly sweet, but it's also very salty, and I quite love it. It is a guilty pleasure of mine. Have you had it? Once, okay. Good, good. If you said no, I was going to go ballistic. Yes. Well, please eat. And in a few minutes, we will get started on training how to ride. Have you ridden before on a dewback? Or any other animal? You're familiar with flying speeders and walkers. Were you part of a walker division? Interesting. No, no, I mostly know from what I remember on Ryloth. Huh? No, no, sorry, I didn't mean anything by it. Yes, I know I'm knowledgeable about clones sometimes. It's. Regardless, you've ridden on machines but not animals. It is a lot different. A machine will do exactly as you command it, with inputs, controls, however it be. It does not think and act on its own, and of course an animal will. You need to do your best instead of commanding it and trying to use it as an extension of you and instead guide it. It is a creature that knows this land. It knows what to do, and it knows how to move carefully. If it gives you resistance, it is trying to tell you something. Either it doesn't like you, or that there is a danger, and you should always listen to it. If it's the former, do your best to calm it. Let it get comfortable with you. Let it understand that you mean it no harm and that you're not going to be an issue for them. Build that bond and build that trust. And we're going to do that today for now. What does that look like? You're going to go into the pens. You're going to approach one of them. The one with the little chip off of its tail. Do you see it? Right over there? Yes. Her name is Shanti. Shanti is. She's a bit much sometimes, but she has a good heart. You're going to go to her slowly with one extended hand and just let her smell you. If you're lucky, she'll even rub her nose into your hand and you can pet her. Just get her used to your scent, get her used to seeing you as a person. And do it twice, 3 times a day. Yes. 1, it is an excuse for you to get up and move, which is always good now. And 2, the more she sees you, the more she will begin to trust you. And once she finally does, she will feel comfortable with you on her back. And then we will get to riding training. Why do you need to build this bond? It is... If you simply run up to Sandy and jump on her back, on the rare chance that she would even let you ride her, which is saying a lot, she would not listen to you. She does not trust you. If you were out on a mission with your brothers and a random person in what is enemy territory tells you that they know exactly how to help you get some sort of advantage and refuse to elaborate beyond trust me and follow me, would you? Exactly. Only if you are desperate, and even then, probably not trust. Shandi is the same way. There are many beasts out here. We need to be careful. And because of that, she needs to trust you that you are not going to lead her into a trap, into a beast nest, and get her killed. Okay? Good. Now, I made sandwiches. Yes, not a bowl of stew this time. Try it out. Here. Oh, good. In truth, I don't know what your palate is like, so I was a bit nervous that it would be too strong or too different for what you normally like, but I'm so glad to hear that. What's that? I suppose so. Well, I'm not often one who likes to talk about my past. And yes, I do know a lot about you now, but you know so very little of me. I had hoped that simply taking care of you like this was enough for you to earn my trust, but... Thank you. It is nice to know that you do trust me at least. I have a history I prefer not to go into, okay? It is not a pleasant story. And in truth, there is a reason I am here alone. I did it by choice, not out of circumstance. But let us just say that I am supposed to be here. Thank you for respecting this. I know it's not easy, as somebody who asks so many questions, but maybe there will come a time, but in truth, you're leaving soon. Well, I've grown fond of you. Yes, you have been nice company. It was nice, but I knew it was not meant to last. Regardless, eat. Next few days are going to be big for us, okay? So gather your strength. And we'll talk more soon, okay? Good. Thank you, Lucky. You have picked up on this quite well. I'm impressed. No, you've done so well so quickly. That's what's impressive, is how fast you've managed to learn. Come on, we're coming up on the head of the trail now. We'll be headed home now, but... well, it's still a bit of a trek back. How's the leg feel, by the way? Good, good. And the arm? Wonderful. Wonderful. Why don't you take the lead on this? Get some experience trailblazing. I'm sure you've had plenty of practice in your walker division. What does it matter? No. Lucky, look out! Hey. Are you okay? What do you feel? A sharp pain in your... spirits, of course. No? You've been... Look at me, okay? You've been bit by a venomous snake, okay? Yes. Very toxic. And it... if I don't work fast, it is going to kill you, okay? I need you to do me a favor and close your eyes. And please don't open them. Don't ask questions, just close your eyes and be still. Lucky, I told you to close your eyes. No, ignore what you saw. No. That was nothing. Your eyes were playing tricks on you. Now, come here. I need to get you back to the house. Hey, how are you feeling? Good. I'm glad it's better. We need to talk about what you saw. Yes. Well, I thought I wasn't going to be able to do it, if I'm going to be honest. But yes, that was the force. I pulled the venom from your blood and your body. Some of your blood along with it, but not much. Normally that venom is so quick, it dives in, and just simply sucking out the wound wouldn't do, so I just acted. When you return back, you cannot mention a word of this, okay? I am here for a reason. And if word spread that I was here, or even alive for that matter, I don't know what would happen. Why am I here? You always know the perfect question to get under my skin. No, there's enough dodging now. I owe you the truth at very least. I haven't fully lied to you. It has mostly been a half-truth and dodging around the large echo. I was a Jedi years ago, and I was born on Ryloth. I do remember clones there, and I remember its siege when I was young. But that was also where I was found by the Jedi Order and taken to Coruscant. And while I was there, I was trained, as one was supposed to. I spent, over a decade there? 10 or so years. Growing and learning and training and becoming a model of what a Jedi is supposed to be. I still have it hidden away, yes, my lightsaber, but that's not important for the story now. Things got bad later on, and a fight broke out in the temple. Someone was trying to assassinate my master, and I did everything I could to protect her. It wasn't enough, or at least I thought it wasn't enough until I tapped into the dark side. And I killed them. All 6 of them. Brutally and violently. I let my anger and my fear go over everything I knew, and I acted without thinking and without... I acted hastily and wrongly. And in that moment, I knew that I had betrayed everything I stood for, or I had sworn to uphold. So I ran. And a few days later, I found a way to fake my death and charter a ship off-world. I bounced around from system to system and ended up here on my own. It was perfectly remote to not have to deal with anything, and I thought I could just live out my life in peace. Until the war came knocking at my doorstep once more. And you came into my life. I don't mean that as a disparage to you or your team, but, well, if I'm going to be honest, the smart thing, the logical thing to do, would either be to wipe your memory or kill you. Don't look at me like that. I am not going to do that. Please. I hope you can at least trust my word when I say I promise I would never hurt you. You have done me no wrong, and there is no reason for me to do so. I couldn't justify it even if I wanted to. I suppose I've done enough running for one lifetime. That if you're going to return to your unit, that you might as well bring me along. Likely in chains. I'll face crimes and either be imprisoned for the rest of my life or be executed. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. And I'm sorry that I lied to you. Even if it wasn't a direct lie, it was still a lie. Just go ahead and get some sleep, okay? We can talk more about this in the morrow, and you'll need your rest. Even though I pulled most of the venom out, there will be some sickness to follow. I'm glad you're okay, though, for what that is worth. And I'm sure we'll find a way to work this out. Maybe. Regardless, we have a trip in a few days to head into town. And when that comes, it'll be up to you to make the decision on to take me with you or forget you ever saw me. Sleep well. Okay, we can keep going like this. Lucky, we need to talk. I know it's not ideal, but well, given that we haven't spoken at all in the last day and a half, I would say we're overdue for it. Especially given that this might be your last with me. Here, there's a bench over here. Can we sit? And just talk? Thank you. I have been worried about everything that I've told you recently. And scared of what the future might hold for yourself and for myself. It is not something I like to admit, but my nerves have been eating away at me, and I can't help but think that things are going awry. That you are steadfast in your decision, and that you have decided it would be best to leave me. Or to take me prisoner and bring me back. I don't even know which one I want. I'm sorry that I put you in this situation. Trapped between duty and honor. It's not something I would wish on a lot of people. Anyone, really. There's a duty that you have to yourself, your brothers, your company, and to the Republic to bring me in. I've committed. You're with a criminal. But I see the way that you look at me. How I saved your life twice now. And that I've asked for little, if not nothing, in return. I don't know if clones like yourself have a system of honor that they hold true to, but I would take a rather predictive guess that there is some level of that. And that you wouldn't go so far as to betray somebody that you have received care of, or harm those who mean you no harm, or any of that. I don't know. And I don't know. I'm sorry. You really haven't decided? No, I'm just surprised is all. You've always been so quick to think and quick to jump to action that I figured you would have decided yesterday, in truth. To hear that you're mulling it over is, well, a little reassuring, I should say. Oh my stars. No, I'm sorry, I'm distracted. The market, just a little bit further away, I can smell Mantel mix, and it's one of my favorites. Have you seriously never had it? Oh, lucky. Okay, well, regardless of whatever you decide in the future, I need to quell my nerves with some comfort food, and, well, it would be my honor to treat you to something that I would consider one of my favorite snacks. Come on. I'll buy you a bag at the very least.
Hey there. What can I do for the two of you?
Hi. Can we just get 2 bags of Mantel mix, please?
Ah, good call. This batch here was made fresh just an hour ago.
Really? Well, thank you so much. Here you are.
Now you two have a good one.
Yes, you have a lovely day too. Here, there's a table right over here. We can sit. Go on, try it. I want to see your reaction. I mean it. Take a few. No, it's not poisoned. I can see that smile. I know you're teasing. Don't give me that. Eat. Good, isn't it? Yes. Yes. You see why I love it now, don't you? Oh, it's so sweet and the perfect crunch. So easy to forget about, and I can just go through a bag in a heartbeat. Well, it's probably for the best that I live so far away from town, otherwise I would, well, run that poor shopkeeper out of the business and put him up for retirement early with the amount I'd buy. Of course, of course. Hmm? Well, you've already seen how I earn. Well, I suppose you didn't. You were ahead of me for a while. No, I get my credits through farming. And, well, for selling the dewbacks occasionally when they have a baby. Mm-hmm. It's simple, quiet, but I've grown to appreciate it and love it. Yes, of course, you can ask me anything. I... Why did I run? I... I don't know. The Jedi Code forbids running from consequences of your own actions, but I don't know. I didn't feel responsible for them. In truth, I don't know if I would even do anything different now, if put in the same circumstance. I know that according to all the others that I did wrong, and I hurt, and I violated everything that we stand for, but at the same time, I did it to save lives, to help others, and I'd just as soon do the same again. My role is not to be some dogmatic individual crusading around the galaxy and inflicting her ideals on others. I am meant to be a peacekeeper. I was sworn to help those who cannot help themselves, and even if that means doing things outside of what I normally should. Sometimes it's best to do a little wrong for a good reason. What do I think you should do? Lucky I can't answer that. Both, I suppose. I can't because it's a hard decision to make, and I won't because it's your decision to make. I won't have myself responsible for influencing somebody on an important thing. It is up to you to make the call. It is up to you to bear the consequences, and it is up to you to do what you think is right. I won't be the devil on your shoulders that leads you down a path that you can't follow. I won't change your mind. I'm sorry. All right. Please end this torture. I am so ready to hear it. I can't wait any longer. I'm sorry. Break out the cuffs. What do you mean not? Lucky, I, I wasn't expecting that. No, it's. You didn't overstep. No, it was good. I just was not prepared for it. I think my fears were amplifying my thoughts of the worst. So you will stay with me? Good. Good. And we have some romantic feelings to address. No, it's. I. No, it's not that. The feeling is. It is mutual. Well, How do I put this? This may sound hypocritical, but it's against the Jedi Code to be attached to others like this, romantically. The idea, as I understand it, is that should something happen to you in the future, my feelings will overwhelm my judgment, and I will do something rash and hasty and dark. I know I did already break the code once doing so. We'll have to talk about this later. Just know that it's not out of a lack of desire on my end. Okay? Hopefully that soothes your wounded ego, at least for now. Or, I'm sorry, your pride. Wrong word. Yes, well, you were always called lucky, not prideful. Hmm? You're right, we should head home. And besides, I have a project that is long overdue, and I think 4 hands will make it a lot easier and more manageable. How do you feel about expanding the house outward to have, well, more than just 2 rooms? I thought you'd like that. Come on, Lucky. Let us go home.